When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists,
and let's not forget our citizen children and our citizen children of color whose lives are threatened every day for reasons beyond immigration status.
April of 2018, the Trump administration declared the separation of children from their families who cross the border without documentation. 11,500 children have been detained at the end of the following month, May of 2018, by U.S. Customs and Border Protection and ICE. So what's the difference between the two agencies? The U.S. Customs and Border Protection's primary focus should be at the border, while ICE is responsible for immigration laws in the interior of the country. But the lines between the two are often blurred, especially when resources and facility centers are pushed to their capacities, as they are being done right now due to Trump's zero-tolerance policy. And undocumented migrants are bounced between the two agencies. So where do most migrants end up? Many are either deported right away or end up in ICE detention centers awaiting a court hearing. Although many families are fighting for their rights to seek the same opportunity as those in the free world, the New Sanctuary Movement of Philadelphia is there to help every step of the way to keep families from ending up in detention centers.
So I'm Peter Petamonti. I'm the co-director of New Sanctuary Movement of Philadelphia. So New Sanctuary Movement of Philadelphia is an interfaith immigrant justice organization, and so we work with 29 congregations in Philadelphia, engaging people, developing leadership to really live out our values to love our neighbor and welcome the stranger. And so what that looks like in practice is we do accompaniment, where we walk with families facing deportation. We're not lawyers, but we connect people with trustworthy legal representation, and then we go to court with people mostly. So we'll go with 5, 10, 15 people to court. What that does is it backs people up, gets their back, and surrounds them with community. It shows the judge that people are watching, and I think there's something really powerful about having that visual representation of God's presence in a place that has so much power over somebody's future. And then we do education, mostly around developing leadership, so training people how to organize, how to bring about change in their community. And then we do grassroots organizing. So it's engaging people and fighting public campaigns to either stop anti-immigrant laws or work for more proactive laws to make this a more welcoming and just city. We work with both immigrant and their allies, so half our congregations are from immigrant communities and half are non-immigrants. So we've been around about 11 years, and so we have, we're one of the lead organizations working to pass Philadelphia's sanctuary study policy, and so we won that in 2014, which had been was a really big victory that took years of work, and was really won by undocumented immigrants of color. And so I think it's a good lesson right now to remember that movements take time, that victories take time, and also that it's I think it's important to remember too that how important it is for the affected community to be guiding those victories.
The First United Methodist Church of Germantown is only one of many churches to provide sanctuary for migrant families, and Senior Pastor Bob Combe has opened his heart to 2 families, a family of 5 from Jamaica and a family of 7 from Honduras. And both of these families are fleeing from gang violence in their home country.
We're in the process of, we meet monthly as a strategy group, continuing to try and refile. We're going to get a stay of their removal, a stay of their deportation. So we meet on Mondays to strategize what we do politically, what we do socially in terms of presence. They have family that come to visit. We have, like, one Friday we had a potluck dinner and just conversation. Once a month we have an event and a fundraiser. So our second one is this Friday, when we're going to, the families cook the meals. They're really good. They're really good meals. We get Jamaican food, Honduran food, eat well. We supply the food. I mean, between us and the New Sanctuary Movement, The new sanctuary movement is a very important part to this. And this was at the time when we were reading all about the children being being separated from parents, and people kept in cages, and so that's intolerable. It's inhuman. It's unjust. It should be illegal. It certainly is against any values of humanity.
In particular, folks who are coming to our borders seeking asylum here and who are fleeing persecution, but really anyone, right? We should not have a system of detention. What I've seen in terms of working with clients who are in detention, it has many of the same effects that prison has on people. Immigration detention centers are jails.